Good afternoon, good evening, good rising, wherever you are in the world. Wherever this message finds you, I pray that you are in peace. I pray you are well. I pray you are knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Okay? I have a message coming through for you today. And the first part of that message, it kept coming to me, and I just haven't had a moment to sit down and record, but today is the day. So if you are here for the first time, I welcome you. If you are returning, welcome. This is a word with Nyakuiy, and I am Nyakuiy, and you are here because you felt the call to click on this video, and so here you are. There's something in here that's for you, and I pray you receive. Always remember that not everything will resonate for you, given that this is a general message for you all. It's going to fit for you in your life in the unique way that is you. So take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So what was coming to me is don't stop, don't quit, just do it, okay? And it came through just like that. So there's something that you are embarking on that you are being asked to not give up on. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up. Do not lose faith. Do not lose confidence, okay? The little steps matter. The tiny steps matter. The micro steps matter, because you'll look back, once you get to a certain place, and you'll realize how far you've come, okay? For some of you, I'm feeling like this is an entrepreneurial journey, and it's interesting. We've had many readings or many messages that have come through in previous readings that you are an entrepreneurial person. You are of that spirit, okay? And so it aligns that this journey that you are on, don't give up, because there will be fruit. The fruit will ripen. The ripening will happen. I haven't gotten into our cards yet, and as you can, I'm sure, hear, I've been shuffling, and so we'll dive in together here and get into what's coming up. Yes. Okay. Coventina comes with a message of purification. It's time for a cleansing, detoxification of your body and mind. Interestingly, though, I got this word streamlining. There's something about streamlining what you're doing so that it's simplified and not as complex and complicated, because what I'm feeling here is it doesn't have to be as complicated as you are making it seem, or you are making it out to be, or you are making it in general. What you are dealing with currently can be simpler than that. There can be a simpler path. Perhaps you're dealing with some overthinking and even some perfectionist tendencies, okay? That's really stalling your progress. And so don't be so hard on yourself. You're beating yourself up. You're thinking it has to be a certain kind of way. If it's not, then it's a failure. Like it's all bad. You have a catastrophizing mindset where if it's not exactly how you want it to be, or how you feel it should be, or think it should be, then you just can't do it at all, or you just can't even. And Spirit is saying that's not the best way to go about it. Because what I'm feeling now is whatever it is that you're producing, whatever it is you're creating, whatever it is that you're working on and embarking on, the people who are receiving it are not going to see the things that you're looking at. You're taking you have a microscopic look at the thing that you're working on or the thing that you're putting your energy towards. And it's like those people are not even seeing what you're seeing. The people who are meant to receive what you have to give are not going to be looking in the details like, oh, she didn't do this right, he didn't do that right, like, oof, this is off, like, They're not about to be looking at that, because what you have to offer is valuable enough already. And so it's kind of like, just do it. Just do it. Stop thinking too much. You're thinking too much. We were in the energy of Gemini season, which was a lot of air, ether, space, okay? A lot of mental energy. But here we are now in Cancer season, and things are more about a feeling tone. They're more intuitive. They're more what feels right to you, not what you think is right, what feels right. And if it feels right, then go with it. Don't hold back. Sedna over here says infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So yes, you are never in lack. You are never in a shortage. You have exactly what you need. You have everything you need. Another connected message here that was coming through earlier was that you have everything you need right here, right now. You don't need anything extra. Start with what you have. Because there's a sense of you're in lack mindset. You're in, well, I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have this, and so I can't start. And the divine is saying, are you even seeing? Are you even opening your eyes to what you do have? Because once you shift your mental, once you shift that perspective into what you do have, you'll actually realize, oh my gosh, I have more than I thought I had. And I can use this to get myself started. Because what you're doing is you're thinking about where you want to be, where you want to end up. You're thinking about the destination. You're not there yet. You have to start somewhere in order to get there. And so your mental needs to shift into what you have presently. Start with what you have in this present moment. You have a lot more than you think you have. And so again, it goes back to you're making things too complicated. And that's actually you getting in your own way. And then it's also coming through now that this is part of your ego, and this is part of how your ego self-sabotages you and your path and your progress and anything that can get you to where you're going, because it's nitpicky. It's getting too bogged down in the details. Again, like things have to be such and such way in order for you to take the next step, or even in order for you to take a step at all, right? It's like, I have to have all my ducks in a row before I can even do X. And it's like, really? Or is that a limitation? Or is that an ego limitation? Because your heart, again, coming to this feeling tone energy, your heart knows. And if you take a moment and to just breathe, because you can't be conscious of your breathing and be in your mental shenanigans at the same time. So consciously breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. Use your breath to bring yourself back to your heart space. Place your hands on your heart, right here, just at your sternum, and breathe. and really feel into what is it that I need to do in this moment? What is it that I desire to do in this moment? What next step feels good for me in this moment? And then follow it and then do it, okay? I'm feeling called to talk and speak on what's happening with the planets too. Currently, we have Saturn going retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And Saturn is the planet of structure. It's the planet of limitations. It's the planet of lessons. Okay, so Saturn dishes out lessons. Saturn wants to make sure that you are learning what you need to learn, that you are on path, that you're not repeating lessons unnecessarily, that you're not cycling through shit unnecessarily. Okay, Saturn is the strong arm in a sense, the father figure, the one who places limitations on you because you need them. What's coming through now is kind of like a child that's learning how to ride a bike, okay? Those training wheels sometimes need to be in place, right? Until a child realizes or comes to realize and comes to center and learns to balance on the bike. And then, like a father would, test you, you know, let's take one training wheel off and see how you do. And because they see that you're making strides, okay? So let's take one training wheel off. Okay, and then let's take the other one off. And yeah, you might fall a couple of times, you might scrape your knee a couple of times, but you keep going until you can ride that bike on two wheels. And so I'm not really sure how Spirit wanted me to connect this back to Saturn, but we're just flowing with it, okay? I'm feeling that the gist is, oh yes, one of the things with that analogy is that it takes time and it takes steps and it takes lessons and there's a sequence of things. And you can't get to the two wheels just off the rip. Because imagine, there's also fear, there's also, you know, you're a little child, there's fear, there's like you might fall, there's you want that safety. And Saturn comes through and is like, you are safe. Even if you fall, you are safe. You are safe to fall. Okay? So take from that what you will. Saturn also is about limitations, and so what's coming through for us for this duration of Saturn's retrograde phase is, where in your life do you feel limited? Okay, last reading, last full moon reading in Capricorn. Yep, this is connected because Capricorn is ruled also by Saturn. And so what comes through is boundaries, what comes through is structure, what comes through is limitations, what comes through is taking things slow and steady so that you get what you need out of the experience so that you don't have to have a repeat of it. Because Saturn will be like, Saturn will test you, and if you fail your lesson, you're not going to move on to the next round. And so there's some of you who want to move to the next level, but you haven't passed where you are. And Saturn doesn't do premature anything. You're not going to make it to the next level if you haven't passed, because Saturn doesn't like anything premature. You would be setting yourself up for future failure if you were to be placed in that next level and you're not ready for it. And so this is actually a form of protection. You are being protected. So surrender and release. And I was getting there, I was going there, and the card came through, surrender and release. Surrender and release. Stop fighting the limitations that Saturn is placing on you. Which these are different limitations than the self limitations that you put on yourself, right? But they're also connected. You know, you might have your own limitations of, oh, I can't do this and I can't make it this far because of X, Y, Z, and that's connected to trauma, right? Or that's connected to having been told that you can't in the past in your childhood, or it could be that you haven't seen it, or, you know, you didn't have the support. And so you have these can't belief systems running in the background in your subconscious. That's different than limitations that are happening in your sphere, in your life. Like there's something that you want so bad, and it's also connected to the limitations are connected. They're connected, but they're coming from different places. That's what I want to say. And so with your, for instance, can't belief systems, if you have any can't beliefs in your energy, if you have any can't mentality, surrender to them. And ask yourself, why do you feel that? Why is can't in your field? Where is that particular frequency and energy coming from? Whose is it? Is it even yours? Source it. Once you source it from the root, take it out, uproot it, then you can find can, because can't won't be blocking you anymore. And so similarly with Saturn, lean into your lessons, surrender into the learnings of your lessons, learn your lessons, and you'll move on to the next level. And trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust that you are divinely guided. Trust that you will be led where you need to be. And trust that you are where you're supposed to be right now. Hello. I came through with that message, and the message is being highlighted again. You are where you are for a reason, so it's important that you trust it. Okay. The cards are flying. Ooh. I'm just peeking at them, but I don't think they're the ones that we want today. But we have Five of Wands, the Justice, the Supreme. Okay. We're going to take notes, mental notes, and then we're going to come back. Yeah, with Saturn being in retrograde as well, there's this energy around boundaries. There's energy around saying no. Ooh, yes. Saying no. Saying no. Saturn is the no of the planets. It's the lesson of no. This is not good for you. So where do you need to place boundaries in your life? Especially being retrograde in Pisces. Pisces has no boundaries, which is beautiful because Pisces loves everybody. It's unconditional love. But being in that energy of unconditional love can have its detriment, especially when you're being walked on. Are you going to be in unconditional love? I mean, for the others, sure, but for yourself too, because unconditional love for self means you gotta get out of that dynamic where other people are walking all over you. Have a backbone, stand up for yourself. That's unconditional love for yourself. But Pisces rules everything and everyone, and it has no boundaries, and no boundaries allows that unconditional love to flow through. But Saturn comes through with the limit and says, you got to love yourself too. So the questions are, what are you accepting in your life right now that you need to say no to? Where do you need to really put your foot down and say, no more? Not like this, not now, not ever. And this energy that we're in is going to help you identify that. And you're probably already or have already identified it, but now it's going to help you get to the root of the matter, get to the root of why you allow certain things that are disrespectful or allow you to be stepped all over, or allow you to, be in this energy of you don't love yourself enough. Where can you source more self-love such that you are empowered enough to say no to these things that are disrespectful to you, to your energy, to your time, to your being? Saturn also slows us down. It slows us down so we can see. You guys, these cards are coming back. The cards that I put away and I said we'll take notes on, they're coming back. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Saturn is going to slow you down so you can see clearly the things that you haven't been seeing. Okay. Let's get into it. So the cards that came back were the Five of Wands and the Supreme. So, okay. We're having, it's giving ending, things coming to culmination, and the end of conflicts. That's what I'm feeling here. That's what I'm seeing with those cards coming together. Yeah, because it's been a long time coming, but you will be victorious. You will be victorious because you are following this guidance. See, the Star card. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck now. Oh, girl. Ooh, guy, goddess, God, you are about to shine and elevate. The elevation card is here. So this is possible for you. These timelines are possible for you. Know that the thing that you want, your heart's desire, and the freedom that you want for yourself, the freedom to come out of these places where you self-sabotage, these places where you limit yourself from achieving the things that you want. You're coming out, okay? And it's because they're connected to and they're attached to these past experiences that you have with other people that were weighing you down, that were that you had to release. There are lessons here from the past that you're coming to a point of culmination with them. You're about to graduate, you're graduating, you're in that place where you're about to take the final exams. That's what the energy is giving. Because you have something new here, a new path for you that's not connected to everything that you've been doing previously in the ways that you have been previously. You're graduating to a new level, to a next level with these two aces here, Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. And the Magician, y'all, you're manifesting this. You're manifesting new. You have the resources. What did I say in the beginning? You have, with regard to the things that you're working on and what Spirit is telling you to do, that message of just do it, you have everything you need. And so this thing, the new that you're calling in, that you're creating, that you're manifesting, it's gonna take root. You have divine inspiration and you have the opportunities. They're abundant. You have the abundance. and it will take root, and you will bear fruit. It will bear fruit. There's this devil card here that's like, it's some of y'all who don't want to go there. It's some of y'all who are a little scared to release. But the sun card is right here on top saying, baby, you can't be scared of the dark. You can't be scared of your shine. You can't be scared of how powerful you are. There's ways that you have been in previous incarnations. Ooh, yep, that's coming through in previous incarnations where you misused your power. You abused your authority. You abused the power that you had with the people around you, such that now in this incarnation you are afraid to shine. You are afraid to stand out because you are wondering, are you going to fall back into those same habits, patterns? Are you going to fall back into that same way of being? And the answer is no. Because the fact that you are aware, the fact that you fear that, just shows that that's not what you want to do anymore, and that's not where you want to be in this timeline and in this dimension. You don't want to lead the people astray because previously you may have done so. It's giving you were a leader who misused your power to lead people away from the light. You led them deeper into their That's why the devil card is coming up. You led them deeper into attachments. You led them deeper into limitation. You led them deeper into it's like the veil thickening. You thicken the veil. You help them stay rooted and stay stuck in separation instead of being in union with divinity. You see? Whew. But today you are free. Today you are free. Today you are free. And it's time that you see. Okay? You are the light, and you don't have to misuse or abuse your power anymore. Because guess what? You already learned that. You already learned, hey, that wasn't so good. And so now you're being presented with another opportunity to do better, to do right by your soul, to be in integrity with yourself. And so don't fight it, because it's happening anyway. It's happening anyway. You are going to fulfill your path anyway. You are going to get to that final destination anyway. You will have the impact that you wish to have anyway. And this time it'll be on some aligned and divine energy. This time it'll be right by you. Okay? So this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm feeling, sensing for now. This reading feels complete. I will end it here. If you felt something, if you felt the word, I invite you to subscribe to the tribe. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I welcome you to hit me up. The description box will contain all the details and all the information you need. I'm sending you so much love, big peace, and I'll talk to you again soon.